Hey there, welcome back to my channel. In this one, I'm going to be making a pulley, kind of like a snatch block for Destin from Smarter Every Day. He is big on snatch blocks. If you have not seen his episode about that, it's fascinating. Snatch block! I think it's going to look cool. I think it's going to be a cool little piece for him. So let me show you how I make it. Got a piece of wood here. This is a piece of red oak that Hurricane Katrina knocked down in 2005 on my dad's property. I actually made my leg vise out of it on the workbench over there. I thought that might be kind of cool for someone who's from the South. So I made a template. If you don't know this trick, go ahead and draw one side that you like and cut it out with it folded over. And then you can undo it and the two will perfectly match. You can see how much my hand drawing was off here with the pencil.
Drawing a circle.
Where are you? I went ahead and traced out another one of these, and I'm basically going to use that as the spacers. So I'm just going to kind of freehand trace those spacers on the top and bottom. Got a lot of sanding to do.
But it's not done yet?
Wind side. Let's all go to the party. Check this out. Boom. You just want to slip and slide everywhere.
Never going to a party.
Slip and slide.
It's summertime. Everybody wants to slide.
Sounds like a fun party. I have this scrap piece of aluminum and I'm just going to cut the metal parts that I need out of that. Again, this is not structural, so there's no real need to use steel for it. So I'm just gonna mark it and cut it with an angle grinder. The only sander I have is an oscillating spindle sander. It's really meant for wood, not metal. And it's not gonna do this very well. So I'm just gonna remove the burr on this aluminum with a hand file. And it's gonna take a little while, but that's okay. I don't have a metal grinder. I need to cut a groove in here to fit the pieces of aluminum, but I was originally going to use a rasp and just go at it, but there's no need. I have a small 1/8 inch bit in my router, so I've just set it to the depth of this and I'm gonna route it out real quick. To scuff up what you're going to add epoxy to so that it has something to grab to. If you have just a slick piece of aluminum and a slick piece of wood, it's probably not going to grab very well, or you're giving it a better chance to grab if you scuff it up a little. So I'm actually just taking my knife and putting some cut marks in the wood and in the aluminum, just so there's a little bit of texture I might actually rough it up with some sandpaper also so that it's not so slick. I want to be able to shape this thing as all one piece on the oscillating spindle sander, and I can't do that if it's in multiple pieces. They won't line up right. Really don't want glue squeeze out on the inside to have to clean up. So I'm going to be a little bit stingy with it. All right, now that we have that in the clamps, that needs to have some time to dry. I'm going to turn my attention to the lathe and make two pulley wheels. One that's gonna be the giant one to go on the inside here, and one goes on the bottom. Now I'm gonna put a 1/4 inch roundover on both of these faces so it's just nice and easy to the touch. And I've sanded everything up to this point to 120. Then I'm gonna sand to 220 and this thing will be ready to put the metal pieces in. We have a dowel. Very nice. And that's gonna hold our main pulley. It's gonna go through there and hold that. I've got this main body ready to drill out here at the drill press. I forgot to leave a hole to where the rope could pass through the bottom to the lower pulley. So I've just got this secured as best I know how with a couple of these wooden screw clamps, and I'm going to drill through this bottom side. This is a 1-inch drill bit. That went really well. These two clamps held it. Really clean cut. So I think, let's just eyeball this token. The center dowel is gonna go about right there. I was thinking about maybe centered, and I think centered between this dowel and the bottom looks good. This, and like this. We would hate to punch a hole in the... When I laser cut a token like this, I actually just do it manually. I go very slow. You could probably set the depth, but there can be a slight variation with materials you cut and the thickness. So I'll go really slow, cut a little bit, and then I will test fit it a few times to make sure I get a nice level fit. Ah, so satisfying. I love that. Put a little in there. Off camera, I did a couple of tests with how the dowel fits through the pulley. It's a little tight. I don't want it spinning really freely, but I do want it to be able to move a little bit. And the best solution was to just use the same size bit, but ream it out just a little bit. So I'm gonna do that by hand. All right, we are ready to oil everything. I have hand sanded it to 220, got all my bolts here. I had to modify this a little bit so it would fit on the top. And now I'm just gonna use some walnut oil, put it on here, put all the pulley wheels in, and we're gonna be done. All we have left at this point is to assemble everything. So it's exciting, let's put it together. This will go in here. There we go. Time for the shackle. This way. That's cool.
Yes.
It's done.
Yay! I love it.
The decorative block and tackle. And all I have to say is snatch block. Thanks so much for checking out this project. I appreciate you coming along. This was a fun build. It had some challenges to get over as far as the shape is kind of abnormal, and I wanted it to be basically like functional, even though it's not really going to be functional. The wooden dowel cannot really hold any significant weight, and I used aluminum for some of these tabs just because it's something that I had on hand. But I really like how the thing turned out. I think it could be used, at least in demonstration, you know, as a block and tackle. So I'm sending this to Destin from Smarter Every Day. He did a video a little while back about snatch blocks and pulleys and went through all the mechanics of it. It was really interesting, so I'll link below to that video. Be sure to go check it out. He also does a podcast, No Dumb Questions, that some of the guys on my podcast, We Built a Thing, we like their podcast, and so I just thought it might be kind of cool to put his podcast logo in there. So I'll link below to the podcast. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below. Let me know if any of these things you would have done a little bit differently, or I don't know, maybe in a different order than I did. I'll see you on the next video.